Yeah, there's not usually normally is Kiev is a great city with many people in the streets, but not now. It's almost empty. It's very dangerous to stay in Kiev, especially for women and children. The men who stay here, it's, military men, and the men who help them. I help also to our military, to our army, police, and territorial defense, and to try to help to people to evacuate from Kiev, to leave Kiev. It's possible with the trains and with the buses. With the buses, it's better, but it's still dangerous on the roads. That's why. So the situation changes every day. That's why we don't know about tomorrow. Yeah. So yesterday and today it was possible. It was not only from Kiev. For example, I try to help people from the distance to evacuate from the eastern region. The situation there it's very bad and very dangerous. And so you know that the Russians they destroyed the residential districts. They every night and every day they killed the people, and so we try to help them to leave Kiev and other big and small cities and towns in Ukraine. In the Ukraine. Yeah.
Sure. Look, let's talk to the subject. Let's turn to the subject of peace talks. The British Foreign Secretary says that peace talks that Russia cannot be trusted in peace talks. What's your view on that? And I mean, how can peace talks be successful if there is an absence of trust?
It's possible only under the pressure on Putin and the Russians. Yeah, they understand only the speech of hate and speech of power. They do not need. They do not want peace. Though and it's not only Putin. It's a great mistake to think that the main root of the Russian crime it's only Putin and or Kremlin or his criminal gang. I would say it's Russia, the whole Russia now. It's a very dangerous country and it's a very dangerous people there. The support of Putin is very big. We have a new sociology research. 71% support the Russian aggression, the Russian war in Ukraine. That means, well, our enemy, it's not only Putin and his gang, as I said, but the Russia. So that's why the negotiations, it's very complicated. And we need pressure, the sanction. We need also to close our sky, so to speak, with no flight zone. I am not military expert. I do not how to do it technically, but it's very important because the deaths come to us from our sky.
Yeah.
On the ground, we can defend us, but the Russians they destroyed our cities from the sky. And Mariupol, it's an example of new level and new kind of cruelty.
Yeah.
Totally destroyed. And
how much understanding do you think there is in Russia of quite how badly Ukrainian cities have been affected? And do you think there is, I don't know, so it's a horrifying thing to say, but do you think there is support in Russia for how badly Ukrainian cities have been affected?
I cannot say because I do not know what is the situation in Russia, but I am sure that if they understand the situation, they support the war. It's a new type of fascism. We should use this notion Russism. It's a new type of Nazism, and it's probably it's even worse. Why? It last 20 years, it's a process of total dehumanization of Russian population, and we understand. I was born in Soviet Union, and I was accustomed that the power, the state, look at me as a resource. Yeah, but I was a man. I was like all people all over the world. I feel myself like a free man in the prison. But I think that the modern Russian people they are dehumanized, and they feel themselves as resourceful for the state. That is the problem, the great problem. So I'm sure, I'm absolutely sure that even if they understand their the real situation, they will be support Putin and Kremlin. Probably only their economical and political and social catastrophe in Russia can change their mind. But about I'm not sure.
The idea of Putinism as a sort of neo-Nazism of the 21st century. Tell us about that. Is that to do with an idea of Russia as being a separate civilization from the West, not part of Europe, culturally speaking?
First of all, I would say I use the notion shadow of civilization. So Russia is not new type or some other type of civilization. Russia is the shadow of Western civilization. It means that Russia repeat all institutes, all forms of Western civilization, but like a shadow. Yeah, inside shadow, the totally darkness. Yeah, this is the first point, and the second one. So what means Russian Nazism? Yeah, for example, in the situation in Ukraine, it's very simple. They say that all Ukrainians are Russians. Yeah, but if there are some Ukrainians that are not agree with that, they should be killed. Yeah, so it's a new type, it's a new attitude. Yeah. And I would say they have also, for example, the German Nazi in 20th century, they have this notion Untermenschen, yeah, but they think that they Übermensch, yeah, the Superman, yeah, this Nietzsche notion, yeah, famous. But in the situation of Russian people, they think that, for example, Ukrainian or the people from Belarus, they are, so to speak, Unterrussen. Yeah, so it's we are for them. We are Russian people, but not so high, so sophisticated or so spiritual as Russian. And if we are not agree with that, if we want to live in our independent state, if we want to be free and to live together with a whole human world, they want to kill us. Yeah, it's only one. It's not attitude of Putin alone. I think that it dominated in the Russian society. I wrote about it for 20 years, yeah, and I have many publications in Ukrainian, Russian, German about that, and so it's my topic. Yeah.
What does that say then about the chance of peace in the future? I don't mean immediately peace from this conflict. Presumably eventually there will be some sort of peace from this conflict. But I mean thereafter, two nations next to each other with such different and incompatible views of what each one is.
I would say I see only one way. Russia should be at first isolated and then controlled by the human civilization. I don't know how to do it technically, but in this shape, in this form, Russia should be empire. And I say that Putin is enemy of our presence, and Russian liberals are enemy of our future. Not only the future of Ukraine, but also the future of the whole free world. Why? Because Russia can exist only like empire. It's also paradoxically, but we can say that there is not the Russian political nation. That is empire with the state, with the power and population that in this population is not a nation in political sense. Yeah, that's why only one political and social form of Russian state is empire,
Yeah.
and this empire will be always aggressive for all other peoples and countries. It's for me. It's very bad, very bad description, because I have also, when I say Russia, I mean not ethnical roots. Because, for example, my grandmother from Tbilisi, from Georgia, she is Russian. Yeah, she was Russian. Yeah, she spoke Russian language. Yeah, and my Russian language is also my native language, Ukrainian and Russian. We all in Ukraine we speak both and fluently. Yeah, but when I say Russia, I don't mean don't mean the ethnical notion. Yeah,
Yeah.
I
No.
mean this political notion, and it's very dangerous. Yes, that's why only one way. At
Yeah.
first, population, then the total control from. I do not how it, as I said, technically, but probably USA, Europe, maybe China also. I don't know, but it's a question for politicians
Yeah.
and for military experts.
Understood.
And yeah, so
Yeah. Look,
and it will be save the life of the Russian people,
yes. No.
because
Understood.
this empire is danger for the Russians also.
Look, I'm afraid we have to leave it there. That's bleak but fascinating. That is Vakhtang Kebuladze, Ukrainian philosopher, and he is in Kiev as we speak. Vakhtang, thank you very much indeed.